All right, what is up, everybody?
Hola.
Hope you are all well. It is a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I am Matt Field. I am here with Microsoft, empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And I am joined by the one, the only, is on this side over here, Mr. Christian Pitcher. There you go. High five.
High five.
Hope you
Hello.
are all well. How you doing, Christian? You okay?
Absolutely awesome after that stream. I'm not gonna lie. Super excited
Yeah.
about everything that's just been announced.
Very exciting day. Very exciting day. So that is why we are here. We have 30 minutes to talk about the Microsoft event and all the announcements that have just happened. But before we do that, we've introduced ourselves. As I said, Matt Field, Christian Pitcher, part of the Expert Zone UK and I team here on behalf of Microsoft. And I want to see what's going on in the world out there. So let's see who we've got in chat. Big shout outs to the people in chat. Thanks for joining today. Dave Atkins, nice to see you. You want to put him in? There he is. He's been waiting for this. Dave Atkins, waiting for this. Nice to see you. Hope you are well. We've got Adam Groves as well. Where's Adam Groves? There he is. We've got Neil Suiters too. There's Adam Groves saying hello to Neil Suiters, who's from our field team as well. Loads of people in. Thank you very much for stopping by. Adam Jones also as well is in the house. Hey, from Leeds. There we go. Adam Jones in the house. So yeah, it was an exciting time, right? I've just spent let's just say the best part of 35 minutes on the edge of my seat, getting excited. We were watching it together, obviously, and there was a lot of times where we were like, oh no, what's this? Getting excited.
Honestly, I think like I've got so many notes that I can't understand them myself. There's that much stuff that I'm excited about.
Like, I was the same.
Interesting stuff the whole way, and I don't even know where to start with it.
Well, let's first of all, in chat, let us. I've seen that Dave Atkins has already decided that he wants to talk about this. Pro 9, of course. But let us know what you guys. We've already had that one. Let's get rid of that one. Let us know what you guys out there loved from the event. If you watched it, let us know if you watched it. If you didn't watch it, and this is the first time that you're going to get any news, let us know what you thought was good, what you thought was your favorite. Put it in chat and we'll talk about that in a minute. Hi, Douglas McMillan. Hi, Amy Boxwell. Lots of people joining us. Michael Chadwick, Chris Soulsby, thank you for stopping by. So while we get that populated in the chat and we find out what the lovely people out there are excited about, let's talk about what we've just seen, right?
There's people dropping features already.
Dropping features already. So I'm going to start. First of all, I have to say, when it started, Panos Panay turns up. And he's wearing some nice shoes. I'm a fan of those shoes. But he started going on one of his like stories, and I can't help but listen to this man, right? Cannot help but listen to this man. 10 years of Surface is what he started with, and it's all about that human connection and how when they started building Surface, it was like, how do we replace the mouse? And it all came back to, you know, those choice of inputs, inclusive of everybody, and it's all because of what you want to use your device for. So going back to that human connection, to expand as well, to expand Surface, not replace. And that was one thing that I really, really enjoyed about the whole thing. Panos and his message at the very beginning. He does, I've got to put this out here, he does sound really emotional in his voice when he talks. Have to say this. So I was really excited just from the off because Panos was getting me all excited. But things that we were talking about that we'll get into, some shout outs from the guys in chat. We had Voice Focus, which was a feature mentioned there. We also had the new colors as well from Neil Suiters. We'll get into the colors in a minute. And what else have we got? This one I was very excited about when this came up. Microsoft Designer there. Adam Groves' is favorite. Neil Beryl says 5G. All kinds of stuff happening. But
Doug dropped an awesome one as well. And that literally just opened up so much possibilities for
right.
Cross device, cross platform, honestly.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So first, we're going to try and go in the order of what we saw. And like I say, we've got 25 minutes left. And I think there's so much to talk about. that I don't think we're going to have enough time. So we may have to do something else in the future just to go over it all again. But let's start where they started, and Surface Laptop 5. And the one thing I want to talk about more than anything else, I mean, we should talk about everything else, let's be clear. But the thing I want to talk about over everything else is Sage.
I knew you were going to say that, Matt. I knew you were going to that color. Honestly,
Laptop 5.
Laptop Go 2, such a good color, and the fact that they've added it to the Laptop 5 is just, I think that will be the big seller. Everyone in the team was super excited about Sage when they saw it, and the fact that it's now on Laptop 5, that's a big add. And that, I want to put my order in. I want one.
Me too. I want one too. So yeah, let's talk about 7 years. The laptop range now has been going 7 years, and again, they said that they built it because it was the go-to form factor, right? And a lot of people wanted a laptop. Sage love, we've got Sage love there in the chat. I love a Sage. I do love a Sage. Sage love. So yeah, let's talk about it. The 50% more power. 50% more power than the current laptop.
12th gen. 12th gen. And there's a question that's been dropped in around Evo in the chat, and that's a big factor with the 12th gen and some of the features they've added, and it's going to be massive. Will we see the sticker on the device? Possibly not, but we will probably see it in the box. And the fact they've added 12th gen processor, 50% faster than previous laptop 4, and then they've added Thunderbolt 4 as well. I mean, that's awesome. And you can charge. You'll be able to charge from Thunderbolt 4.
Now, I was going to do this later on, but since we're talking about it, we might as well go through the order of the way the event went. But before we do that, I just want to. This is the best comment of the day. Has the slickest hair. What's the matter with Christian? Like, why not? Forget that. Let's not get into that. So let's talk about. We got a little video. Let's have a little watch of this video, and we'll get talk a little bit more in depth about the beautiful Laptop 5. Here we go. There it is. Sage, mate. Telling you. Sage is the way forward.
The music, the whole thing was awesome as well. So it
really, did you like the music, did you?
Yeah, it really helped build that sort of like excitement towards them as well.
So one thing I want to just here, look at this. Look, there. I like these little videos here. Something I want to talk about quickly that was brought up when they started. Obviously, first of all, the power, 50% power. More power, then the ability to have 2 4K screens because of those Thunderbolt 4 ports, right? So that's a big step in the right direction. Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos enabled as well.
Dolby Vision. Now, for me, this is huge. Like, I'm a creator. Like, you're a creator, Matt, right? And for me, video's massive. It's where I sit. And the fact that the Dolby Vision IQ allows you to get the right level of blacks while you're sort of... It uses the ambient light sensor to get the right levels for whatever room you're in. So if you're watching those series and they're really dark, you still get the detail. That's huge. It's like such a simple thing, but for a device like Laptop 5, brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And one thing they did mention during the Laptop 5 announcement there was, both me and you went, oh, that's really cool. So there's a carbon aware feature now that allows you to do updates, so you can be carbon aware when you're using energy to update your device. So I thought that was a really cool thing. Obviously, the goal for Microsoft is to be carbon neutral by 2030, and this is another step in that right direction. So some really, really cool things were mentioned. One thing we need to shout out as well: battery life, 18 hours of battery life on this bad boy, and the ability to fast charge 50% within 30 minutes. So this is really, really cool, decent features that are coming from the laptop range to make it better all around for this 7 years, and we're currently here. So let's see where the future goes. There was a quote. This is the next wave of computing, and it's all for you, is what Panos said at the end. So really, really good first announcement that was as well. First announcement. So let's put that back in its box.
All those features as well just lean heavily into the portability of Laptop 5.
Yeah,
it's a device for on the go. Doesn't matter where you are. 50% fast charge, 50% more power. Like,
that's right. It showed it in that video then, right? They were using it. They were using it in a shop. They were using it at home. They were using it wherever they wanted to use it, right? And that's the thing. It's an all-round portable device that anybody can use. Now, just let's go back to the chat quick. We've got Mr. Saunders. Neil Saunders is in the house. Hello, Mr. Saunders. Michael Chadwick says, will the Microsoft event be shown again? I believe you can go onto their website and you can check it out. There is a question about release dates. We have not been told any release dates as of yet. We will let you know as soon as we do. And the one I'm not too happy about, Loki, I think a toupee would look good on you, Matt. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's a toupee is for me. Right. So before we get into the next device, okay, they then started to talk about with the Windows features. So some new features have come to Windows 22H2 update, which is rolling out as we speak. And there's some really cool features that are present right now and being brought in the future. So I want to talk about some of those. Again, there's so much to talk about. If we miss some, we apologize. If you saw this bit and some of the Windows features appealed to you, let us know in chat. What was the best one that you thought would be a good feature or is a good feature? Things such as studio effects with the cameras. We had Android apps as well being brought in to the Microsoft Store via the Amazon App Store. And the big one that's already been mentioned, I think, this is a big thing, integration for your iPhone with Windows and Xbox, right? So the ability to access your iPhone photos,
your iCloud
through Windows, honestly,
Apple Music to Xbox and like the native apps to Xbox and to follow
coming soon to Windows as well.
Yeah, that's huge, especially even from a photos point of view. I mean, if I look at the amount of photos I've got on my phone, it's over 14,000 photos. They're now easy to access from Windows. If you're Apple,
and I mean, that's just like, again, it's something that's neat. Like, why hasn't this happened before? It's like, we need this, and if it's coming to Windows, I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited. We got a hello from Japan, all the way from Japan, from Shunsuke Takeda. I hope I've said that okay. Tom Mosley's in the house. Nice to see you, Tom Mosley. And another thing that's close to my heart, as you well know, with the new Windows update, accessibility. They spoke about accessibility, live captions, part of Windows 22H2 right now. So you can watch system-wide live captions, whether that's video or audio that you're listening or watching on your device, system-wide live captions just by clicking on a live captions button in the little accessibility settings in your quick settings, or you can go into your main settings as well. Voice access as well. So this was something they said you normally, or back in the olden times, or speaking old now, you have to go into the app or the program that you're using and then activate your accessibility features, whereas now you can just use your voice off straight off the bat, just access your device using voice, and more natural voices, so you can understand the content that's being read back to you by your PC, as well as some accessories. So they were talking about adapted accessories, 3D printed pen grips and things like that, so anybody can use their Windows and their new Surfaces anywhere, however they want to use them, including everybody.
The accessibility message was prominent through the whole thing. From like first video, it was there, and it just shows Microsoft are aiming to empower absolutely everyone, and that message was prominent from the first video, and through every device and everything that they spoke about, that messaging was there to make it easier.
Yeah, and it's only going to get better, because some other features that are coming in the UK, I believe this month, we've got tabs in File Explorer, which again, I need that in my life right now. I'm using Windows 22 H2 right now, and we've got the new snap layouts. So rather than clicking on the little maximize button, you can just drag your window to the top, a layout feature appears, and you can click which one you want, and more to come. So some really, really cool features. Oh, controller bar for those people playing with the controller on their PCs as well. Just press that button in the middle of your controller, and you've got controller bar. You can access all those features that you normally would, but through your controller. All right, so
launch games, amazing.
There we go, Tom Mosley there. The drag function has been so useful for me, and I agree. It's a game changer. It makes you. It's like it's never been. It's like it's not ever been there. I just use it naturally now. Okay, so with that being said, we're about 20 minutes in, and like I say, I'm conscious of time, and I want to talk about the next product. It was mentioned at the very beginning. Dave Atkins, I believe, said, before we'd even asked what your favorite part of the event was, I believe he said Pro 9. And so we're gonna have a little look at Pro 9 now. So let's get into it. There we go. Another. What am I going to say? What do you think I'm going to talk about first?
Color.
It's all about the color. Again, lovely video. But the thing that strikes me is I want that green. I want the green.
I agree with Doug. Blue. That sapphire. Oh, that sapphire blue. Honestly, is amazing. And then you've got forest green as well. Two great colors, but again, split. It's going to split people on what they prefer.
I mean, there's this as well. That was mentioned as well briefly. Adam Jones shouting it out there. The Liberty edition was nice in the sapphire blue. I'll give you that. The blue is unreal there from Douglas. Is that where he's got that from? The blue's unreal. Okay, they're all going blue. Yeah, give us in chat. Do you want to go blue or forest green? I would go forest green, but green is probably my favorite color. But yeah, some nice colors there. Let me get this on screen so we can see it. There we go. Some cool things to shout out again here. There was not just one, but two Pro 9s mentioned today. The first one being Surface Pro 9 with sapphire forest, again available in those in those accessories too. I'm going to put that back on there. We're going to loop it so we can see its gorgeousness while we is it working? Let me just make sure it is working before we do that. No, it's not working. But yeah, so It's got sapphire forest in colors, and that's in the chassis as well as the accessories. Again, Thunderbolt 2 times 4K screens. So if you've got that home setup, you can set up 2 4K screens, have a nice what's the word I'm looking for? A cable straight to your monitors, and if you want, you can have an external GPU as well to have that gaming experience on these bad boys as well, which is incredible.
And that's the cool thing with Thunderbolt 4. It's the displays, it's the 4K displays, plus obviously you've got that awesome 120 hertz display that you've got in the screen as well, and you can add a external GPU. So actually, it's opened up the possibilities of using your Pro 9 in a slightly different way.
Yeah, that's it. I like, so you know, whether it be streaming, drawing on you know, as we always have done with the Surface, or using Teams on the go. The guy was talking about Teams on the go, and then, you know, collaborating on the fly as well. This device is perfect. And that little video there showed everything. You know, we had them creating music at the beginning in a portrait mode, and then there was what looked like a work from home mother maybe that was using it in her living room, and all kinds of stuff. So it's a portable device for everybody with that customization option as well.
And it is, and something we've already mentioned that works exceptionally well with this is Android apps. But
yes,
the Kindle. Literally, I saw that. I was like, oh my God, why haven't I thought of doing this?
Yeah, this is it. Android apps natively on your Windows PC, and now with your Surface, you could just hold it in portrait, read away, and that big touchscreen. Now, one thing I want to shout out actually from that they mentioned it, and you can see it a little bit in this video, is when you connect the keyboard, Windows knows that that's happening and adapts to keyboard functionality, right? So the taskbar gets a little bit smaller, and the spacing between the apps widens, right? And that's new in Windows. That's the optimized touch for Windows in these devices is incredible, and that goes for any touch screen as well. But they looks really good and works really well. The icons go big. That's right, Adam Jones in chat. There we go. 20,000 plus apps. Neil Souters has said. Okay, that's given us all the information. Just want to shout out these beautiful people as well. You Expert Zone Italia. Whoop whoop. Team UK. Big shout out to these guys. If you haven't checked their channel out, go and check them out as well.
Just quickly coming back to color, I did a poll on YouTube, and 64% of people watching prefer sapphire blue. So sapphire blue.
Oh, okay.
64% sapphire blue, 36 for forest green.
Okay, that's exciting stuff. Neil Saunders has said, I couldn't have forest green. The local rivals. Oh, okay, right. Before I start shouting all that out, he's basically talking about his cricket team there and the colours of his cricket team. I think that's what he's talking about. But yeah, so that's the Pro 9. But there is also Pro 9 with 5G.
And there's a lot of love for that in the chat.
Yeah. So this is a different fish. I don't know why I use the fish analogy, but this is different. It's a different fish. I don't forget the fish thing. But basically, this is a 5G and the Microsoft SQ processor, the SQ3,
yeah,
which allows you to take this device out and about and have those super quality 5G Teams calls. And it showed us all that auto framing and the voice focus as well in videos.
The voice focus and the auto framing. That for someone that's on the go, that's absolutely like a game changer. I mean, I struggle with where I live with some of the noise from outside with the windows open, but that was like as clear as anything.
I mean, I've used for years a 2 years, a third-party app that allows me to do that, and it works. But to have it integrated into a device and then have all these extra features that Windows 11 has brought as well, you've got that professional quality camera and that professional quality feel right at your fingertips, wherever you are. The guy was outside and there was a leaf blower. And then, I mean, I don't know if you noticed as well, but when it kicked back to the main presenter of that, and he got his hairdryer out, great hair, by the way, he had great hair. And he was blowing the hairdryer. When the voice focus kicked in, I even noticed that there was no echo in his voice from the room that he was in.
Yeah.
So it brought everything in, and you just concentrating on his voice. It was incredible. Incredible.
with up to 19 hours of battery life.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the thing now. Like we've got Pro 9, and I'm going to go back to this, it is the next wave of computing, right? You've got a choice of Intel Evo on the 256, I believe, and above, or Intel processors, and you've got this Qualcomm. Microsoft SQ3, too many numbers and letters, SQ3 processor and 5G enabled Pro 9 as well. So the choice is incredible. And if you don't want blue, you can go for forest green. And if you don't want forest green, you can go for blue. But if you want, you can even mix and match.
Honestly, that 5G device just actually it blew my mind. The neutral processing unit in that looks incredible for what actually so a lot of what the team in our team use their devices and how they use devices. That's a game changer, and it gets the 120 hertz screen as well.
Just to clarify as well, so 120 hertz screen. This is frame rates to die for, basically. The neural processing unit that is inside it's a processor that specializes on algorithm-based tasks, right? Yeah. And it's where the processor can, I'm kind of reading this, I'm kind of not. It's where the processor can optimize data functions that are specifically great for 5G, which means that the CPU, GPU that's being used at the same time isn't bothered by that. It's got this NPU. So it's another PU to remember, but a neural processing unit, which is a great thing. I'm going to get rid of this video now. I love the Pro 9. I'm very excited for this device to come out.
15 trillion calculations per second.
15 trillion calculations. 15 trillion.
Ridiculous.
Can't even count that high. Anyway, okay, that's that device. A couple of other things to mention, because we have only got a couple of minutes left, and we apologize that we are short on time, but there was so much to talk about and I just want to get through it.
Designer.
It was before we get into that, just briefly, and I don't have any videos to back this up, but they did show the Studio 2 Plus very briefly, which looked very nice. Thunderbolt 4, 5 times more powerful than the original Studio, with that same screen and hinge that it's always had. 4K resolution, Dolby Atmos and Vision again, and the ability to have split with snap. And this was a really cool tagline. I loved it. It was 4 times 14-inch displays on one screen. And again, Panos with that voice of his, it just made me go, I want that in my life now. Yeah, exactly. I want that in my life now. And so does Alicia Smith, who's just joined us in chat as well.
4 14-inch displays. That's ridiculous. So your snap layouts are the size of like an average.
Exactly. Right. You've got 4 of them. So yeah, I just wanted to shout that out. I mean, it was a very short segment that they did, but yeah, what a bit of kit that looks like as well.
3 Thunderbolt 4s as well.
Yeah. This is standard now, industry standard. I'm going to say it once more: the next wave of computing, and it's for you. There we go. Okay, and finally, the final thing, it was shouted out in great minds, great minds, Alicia, great minds think alike. It was shouted out in chat before we have to go. Microsoft Designer in Microsoft 365, incorporating Dolly 2 technology. This is, for people that use social media, looks like the tool that everybody's going to need in their life. If you use social media or you're a content creator, this looks incredible. When it gets released, it's gonna be a game changer. And they're bringing that same technology that I think is Dolly 2 technology into Edge and Bing, so you can, just with words, type in what you want and it will create an image for you. Incredible stuff.
Incredible. And coming to Microsoft 365 Designer.
Yes, exactly. Coming to Microsoft 365. So if you are a subscriber already, you'll get it as part of the 365 subscription that you have. And all those new customers and new people that are coming to that as well, it's a great tool to be part of that already cool, great suite. And on that, we've hit 30 minutes. like, we had a plan when we came here. We were going to talk about stuff. We had lots of things that we wanted to mention, but that event that we've just watched even surprised us. We were like, wow, there's so much there to talk about, and we just couldn't even get it through it all in the time that we had. So thank you very much, everybody that is in chat. I apologize if we couldn't get to say hello to everybody, or we couldn't answer all of your questions. But please check out our YouTube channel, check out Facebook, our Instagram, all of the big places where we are. We'll put the handles in the at the end of the stream. And I want to say thanks to Christian as well for joining me for this and talking with us about all of those beautiful things that we've just seen. It is all about the green, though. I have to say, as much as 66% of you said blue, it's all about the green for me.
It's 60-40 at the moment. But
60-40.
Still blue is still winning. And I've closed the poll because of time.
Okay, right. But thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you've all had a great day and enjoyed spending this time with us talking about what we've just watched. And I'll say it once more. The next wave of computing is here, and it is for you. And on that, we will check you all on the flip side. Peace! Oh, we're back. And we're gone again.